conference that's about to begin. The Regional Transit District is announcing its first changes to its bus schedule today. This is going to be the first time in 3 decades, everybody. ABC 10's Carlos Herrera will join us live in a few minutes to recap those changes. It's big things popping.
Always good news when there's balloons at a news conference. You know it's going to be a good
Yeah, and you know what? There's probably some pastry.
Yeah, balloons
At
and
least it's good
snacks,
news.
probably a good news conference. Switching gears a little bit, though, take a look at the wildfires. They're burning throughout Northern California right now. They say, CAL FIRE that is, says the total acres burned way down this year compared to last year. But even with that said, a lot of people concerned, are we prepared for the big one? We're asking you, do you think California is more prepared for the wildfire season this year?
Yeah, it seems that we dodged a bullet so far.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been some outlying areas, but, you know, you compare to last year, the year before that, where we had entire cities and towns burning down.
It's early.
But we do have time, and that's a good point, Marcus Allen, is that you really, until we start getting the first rain, we're really in a danger zone right now.
A lot of you on our Facebook page are not so optimistic. A lot of comments are saying no, but I think the jury's still out. We still got a long way to go to see what we got going on. So please let us know how you're thinking and feeling about it. Go to our Facebook page.
All right, let's get to all your local and national top stories in about 5 minutes. We call it Daily Blend. Right now, Brittany monitoring the roads for us.
Yeah, you better believe it at 5:30. Let me show you a live look. Watching an accident 5 northbound as you approach the Cap City Freeway. Now, that thankfully is clearing. If you're headed out right now, 5 northbound near Del Paso, we have an accident on the shoulder. It's not causing big delays yet. Of course, if that changes, I'll let you know. If you're coming in right now, you can see Elk Grove on 99. We're looking at 10 minutes, so right on time. And if you live in Folsom, 50 into Sacramento, construction is wrapping up, a total drive time of 14 minutes. So, Rob Carlmark at 531, not too bad in the traffic center. How about for you? Happy Monday.
All right, happy Monday. You know, the weekend weather was just incredible. We had 80s. It was nice and cool in the morning, warm in the afternoon, but not too warm. It's good stuff. We're going to stay on that path for at least 2, maybe 3 more days before we get warm again. So I'm out here in the Gilmore backyard. Things are looking nice and pretty. And the weather, I mean, look at this. It didn't matter if you were in Modesto or Tahoe or San Francisco, Ukiah, Oroville. Everybody was either in the 70s or 80s. And, that, you know, it was kind of a cool weekend. We started off in the 50s, ended up in the 80s. You can see that that's essentially below average. That's fine. You know what? I'm fine with being below average. I don't know about you, but I'm fine with it weather-wise, at least this time of year. We're ready to feel like fall because we're just a couple weeks away. And you can see we are far away from that record heat of triple digits. So there's a bit of wind out here, 50s and 60s as you're waking up this morning, and near freezing temperatures up high, so maybe a little bit of frost. So let's enjoy. The weekend weather continues for at least a couple more days. We'll talk about the warm-up and, of course, get you an update on everything going on in the tropics. There's a surprising storm that hit Japan just yesterday. More on that a little bit later on. Walt?
Yeah, that is different, isn't it, Rob? I heard you talk about that in the morning meeting. All right, we're keeping an eye on several major wildfires burning across Northern California. And there is good news for our friends in Butte County today. The mandatory evacuations for the Swedes fire, now just warnings, meaning people can go home if they want to. The fire started Saturday east of Oroville, quickly jumping to 400 acres. 2 buildings burned down. California's biggest fire right now is the Walker Fire. That's Plumas County, now more than 38,000 acres. Erratic winds are making it hard for firefighters to get this one under control. And the Red Bank fire west of Red Bluff had us worried last week because it was growing so fast, burning thousands of acres on its first day, but things are looking up for firefighters. It's now 50% contained. All evacuations there have been lifted. Kirsten?
Good news for people in that area. 5:33 right now. Let's get to some other top stories right now in your Daily Blend.
Dive boat disaster. Investigators served search warrants at the headquarters for the company that owns the Conception. That's the dive boat that caught on fire 1 week ago, killing 34 people. They're trying to figure out whether a crime was committed. So far, crews have recovered 33 bodies because they had to suspend their search for the last one over the weekend. Unrest in Hong Kong. Protesters marched to the American embassy trying to gather international support. Violent protests have been going on there for 3 months, all triggered by a bill that would have allowed people to be sent to mainland China to face trial. Hong Kong's leader withdrew that bill last week, but it was not enough to stop the protests. Secret meeting with the Taliban. President Trump says he had planned to meet with the terror group over the weekend, but called it off after an American soldier was killed in Afghanistan. A peace deal with the Taliban would open the door for thousands of American troops to come home.
And that is your Daily Blend. If you got something you want to share with us, when you see it online, just use the hashtag MorningBlend10. And I know you want more stories like these right to your inbox, don't you? Yes. Sign up for our Daily Blend newsletter. Just text the word email to 916-321-3310, or you can sign up at abc10.com/email and get all the news right to your inbox.